Welcome to those of you who are born in the zodiac sign of Cancer and to those of you who have your ascendant in this zodiac sign. And let's dive directly into the cards to see what Saturn has been trying to teach you and tell you while it's been in Aquarius. And let's begin by pulling you some astrology cards, and maybe you want to check out where you have these astrology energies in your chart as well, because that will bring you a more personal overview on how this energy is playing out in your life specifically. So let's see what cards are coming out for you. Let's see what's up for Cancerian people here. Okay, we have two cards coming out for you and they came out together. The first one is a zodiac sign, so this is telling us something about the energies that you are surrounded by or have been surrounded by while Saturn has been in Aquarius. And the cards coming out for you is actually Cancer. Okay, so this is your home zodiac sign. This is of course where we find all this emotional, sensitive, caring and loving energy, as it says in the card. And it's also regarding our the fourth house of the zodiac, where we also have the moon ruling, which is about our inner wild unpolished energy and our something to do with our past and past life, our routines and patterns in life, also our habits. And this is also pointing to our roots and our family, maybe even a mother or child relationship. Okay, so this is also where we have our safety zone. The next card coming out with that card is a house card. So this card is a reference to a specific life area. So let's see what life area it is talking about here. It's talking about the third house. Okay, so this is about, as it says on the card, your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. So this is where we are becoming very much focused on our neighbors, our friends, our colleagues, people we meet on a daily basis, you know, in the supermarket or whatever we are doing as a hobby, or you know, people just who are living close by. So this is also where we like to have stuff around us quite closely. The stuff that we really love in our life, we like to have that close to us. So this is also maybe where you are going back to school to learn something. Maybe some of you have had a bad experience with the school system, but now this is talking about that there is something you need to sit down and learn. Okay, so whether it is for school or schooling yourself through going to the library and seek out more information, or just to Google something maybe, but definitely to spend more time to learn something. So the energies that you're surrounded by are these motherly, caring, loving energies right now, very sensitive, emotional energies, okay, where you are learning something new in your close surroundings. Okay, so something new may come up. This is also a reference to Gemini energies. We find in the third house where we have Mercury ruling. So Mercury likes to bring out information, and this is also where we need to be careful to keep our balance, so that we're not bringing information out just for the sake of information, because that could also end up in gossip. Okay, so we need to be to keep up our balance here, okay, to make sure that everything we're communicating out, that it's truthful, okay, that we have checked up on the details before we bring out any kind of information. And of course also the other way around, that information you may receive about something in your closer surroundings, make sure that it's coming from a truthful place, that people know what they're talking about, that they have been checking up on the details as well. So this is very interesting. So let's pull some tarot cards to see if there is some more information on this. But you're going to learn something new, and you are surrounded by a lot of love, maybe even from your mother lineage. There could be something here, maybe something that your mother or your grandmothers or just other females in your family have been working with or been interested in. That could be some kind of information, dialogue going on here, exchange of information here as well. And since also with the water signs, that we are very much in our psychic abilities and our soul here. That could be something going on a soul level as well, okay? So that you could, through your dreams at nighttime, receive a lot of information, maybe even. So maybe you want to have a look on that as well. And we can see how there is a small heart over here, okay? So it's something that is close to your heart, someone that you really felt deeply connected to. Now from the tarot we have card number 7, and that is actually in the tarot also a reference to your zodiac sign, okay? So you are very much at home, or you have felt at home here with Saturn in Aquarius, okay? Also, I'd like to add that the 3rd house with Gemini energies is also pointing to the air zodiac signs, and Aquarius is also an air zodiac sign. So you have felt very much at home here, really learning a lot about deeper emotions, and maybe learning something about your home and your roots. And you are coming out quite victoriously here, okay? You are really, you know in which direction you want your horses to run in. You are on this chariot of victory, okay? So let's see what's coming out from the minor arcanas, because this is a major arcana card. So this is talking about the bigger energy that has been influencing you while Saturn has been in Aquarius. So we have 3 cards coming out from the minor arcana, okay? So let's have a look at them. And the minor arcana is a direct reference to the 4 elements, the life areas, and the zodiac signs, okay? And the energies of those. So let's have a look at these 3 cards that are coming out, okay? The first card to come out is King of Wands. Now this is pointing to all the fire elements, signs, and our life force energy, our drive, you know, the energy that we are showing up with on the world stage, okay? So here you're coming out as King of Wands, a reference to relationships, creativity, also your physical body, whatever it is that you are feeding yourself with. What kind of energy are you feeding yourself with in those life areas, okay? And that could actually also include diet and exercise to keep this life force going in your body, okay? And we must not forget that we are electrical beings. So this is a reference to plasma, to light, to fire. Now King of Wands is talking about responsibility and capacity, and really physical energy, and knowing what to do with that, okay? So you're coming out here very responsible. You have the capacity now. You have been had a lot of life experiences here, okay? You know what you are dealing with, because you have been going through it. And with the King of Wands, you definitely know how to put your wand, okay? You know what next steps to take here. And the next card to come out is 8 of Swords. So Swords, again, a reference we have here to the air zodiac signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And the Wands cards is, of course, a reference to Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So you might want to check out where you have these zodiac signs in your chart. But 8 of Swords is a reference to being left or condemned to self-defense, to self-treatment, to self-therapy. This is where we are coming home from the battlefield, and we have to lick our own wounds, okay? We need to heal ourselves, okay? So you have been around some harsh life areas physically, showing up maybe through some of your relationships, as the 3rd house is also pointing to that, where you have had some hard times, where you've had to defend yourself, defend your opinion, because with the Swords card, with the Swords, we also have a reference to our mentality, our way of seeing and understanding things, our private psychology, and also communication through speaking and writing. So something is telling me that you've had some very realistic experiences where you've been showing up on the life stage, and where you have had some hard times getting through with your opinion, on getting through of how you are seeing things, okay? Feeling a little bit condemned to your own to your own company, okay? No one's supporting you. And the last card to come out with those cards is this card. We have Knave of Swords. Again, swords back to our mentality, mindset, rational mind, communication, and our own private psychology. Knave of Swords is about the detective in life, okay? Fighting for the truth, looking deeper, okay? As I often refer to this guy as Mercury, the Mercury man, because this is representative of Mercury in the zodiac sign of Gemini, where we are asking questions, we are collecting information, we are being curious and adventurous, okay? We want to know more. And this has been hard for you to stand up here, because to really coming out with your wisdom and your capacity, and you taking responsibility for your opinions, even though that I feel you've not been met in a friendly way, because you have been serving the truth to people. And with Swords cards, we are just delivering the hardcore facts. We are not emotionally involved, okay? We're just speaking very plain, and we're just speaking as we see things. And here there's also some kind of clairvoyance going on. So we're just delivering to people what it is we see. It's just a fact. We are not emotionally involved, okay? And some people just don't like that, and you've been showing up with that a lot, okay? In your close surroundings here, okay? So it has really trying to teach you something about, I feel, loving yourself, okay? Giving yourself some self-love and bringing that out in your closer community here. People you have close by, okay? That you're showing up like this as the colleague at work, or the student at school, or a good friend in one of your relationships, you know, or with a family member, something like that, where you're showing up with the truth and you are really taking action on that, okay? And you have been victorious about that. You are been coming out with a lot of good management of this, really, okay? So as Saturn is building up now in Aquarius, also the Swords cards would be a reference back to Aquarius as well. You are building up that capacity. You're really taking responsibility and traveling out there with your truth, okay? Even though you may have to defend yourself and go to some kind of self-therapy, you know, analyzing everything that's been going on, because no one has really been supporting you. So it's like you are really on your own here, but it's been teaching you a lot about your third house area, about your close surroundings, okay? Also it can be a reference to specifically siblings. So maybe something here where you have been fighting for something, and actually you have been surrounded by, the way I see you, you've been coming out with a lot of love. You're doing this for the sake of love, okay? And maybe even I feel that you have this mediumship going on, being passed through your blood lineage from a great grandmother to a grandmother to your mother, and then to you, for example. So there is something going on here where where you have been taught something about that, where has been new information coming in on that issue as well. So for some of you, I feel that this is going really deep on a soul level, where you are simply, you know, mediums, you know, speaking with other souls. You have a really easy way of reaching other dimensions, okay? So you are coming out really victorious here. And let's pull a card from this card deck to pull some personal cards for you to see how this is affecting you, or have been affecting you in your physical 3D life, okay? So remember that Saturn is building up now. It's changing sign from Aquarius into Pisces around New Year, okay? So there are still a few months to really wrap things up with Saturn in Aquarius, okay? But you have felt very much at home here. You felt very much in alignment with it's made you feel safe, okay? It's like you have made an acquaintance with this area of yourself, and maybe you've had to okay, the cards are jumping all around. Okay, let's have a look here. Maybe you have had a closer look into your emotions. Maybe you have not really been working with that deeper level of yourself, and really Saturn has taught you a lot about that, to step out in your truth, okay? So we have 3 cards coming out for you. The first card to come out is number 38, and please go with the numbers and the colors on the cards wherever they lead you, because that is just a personal message for that's a personal message just for you, because this is of course a general reading, but there's been some kind of hard labor here. So this can be 38, or it can be 3, 8, 11, or 2. So this has been hard work for you, okay, to take in this information about your close about your community, you know, stuff and situations and people close to you. It's been hard work, okay, to come out here and really taking action on what you know is truth, okay, truthful. The next card to come out, yes, we have card number 21, family room. Again, a reference back to Cancerian energy, that we find in the 4th house of the zodiac, where it is about family, our roots and stuff like that. And we can see that this family room is kind of empty, and I don't know, but maybe something is talking about that, you know, there is fire here, there is still life, and this fire is pointing to King of Wands. You own your family room, okay? You own your own, you can see your safety zone, okay? You're safe within yourself, okay? And you're showing up as that with great capacity. Just come to me, I will listen. I have the life experience here to pass on some good advice, okay? Because I've been working for it. You have been out and about, okay? You know a thing or two because you've done the work, you've been showing up, okay? And you're trying to deliver all that information with a lot of love and a lot of care. So your family room is open, and it's like you are inviting in. I feel that this is not only for your family, but for anyone who really wants to find a secure spot in their life, or also I feel a lot of protection, that you can protect a lot of people through your wisdom, okay, through your knowledge of life, all the wisdom that you have gained from a lot of life experiences, okay? So it's like you're inviting people to come and have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, sit in the sofa, you know, I'll tell you about some stuff, and maybe it can teach you something, and teach you something about where you are in life right now, okay? So you've really been doing the job, and also for some of you, I feel that you have been working really hard on family members in your family room, whatever situation may have been there, and that it has actually been empty for you, that you've had no support there, even though you have been coming out with a lot of love. Now the last card to come out in this small series is card number 34, talking about occupation, okay? And 3 plus 4 is also 7, pointing back to the victory card over here, I feel. So this has got something to do with work, okay? You have a lot of work. You have been occupied, really, like I said before with King of Wands, you've been out and about. You have really collected a lot of experiences, and I think that you are now making that into some kind of occupation, okay? That you are creating something here out of that as well. Maybe you are going to write, or you're going to paint, or you're going to be a designer, or making some kind of statement about what it is that you've been going through, because occupation to me is also pointing to creativity, which is also a characteristic for the King of Wands, where we are working with our creative life force, with our creative side of life, through our life force energy, how we are going about things in a creative way. Okay, so something has inspired you to occupy yourself with something that has got to do with what it is that you have been going through. And also let's have a look at the bottom cards of the tarot, because these are the cards for the details. You can see more specific energies, and overall this has been about you feeling that you have been lacking a lot of courage, that you have been lacking a lot of, you know, a lot of strength here, that it has almost dried you out, okay, because it has taken so much strength for you that you have almost felt that you just couldn't go the distance, okay. And from the minor arcanas, we have another Wands card coming out, 10 of Wands, saying that you have shown up with commitment, you have been a team player, you have done absolutely everything you could, and that is why maybe also you feel now a little bit drained, because this has physically been very hard on you. And you guys are water signs, you don't necessarily have a lot of physical strength, okay. So this has been taking a lot of life force energy, because you've had to show up physically in so many places to collect all of this life experience, okay. So you have been showing up as a team player, you have been showing up as a good friend, okay. Remember that you have been showing up with a lot of love, really trying to be there for other people, okay, doing the hard job. And some people just they don't really like to hear the truth about your life experiences and what it's done to you, because you had to fight here on your own to look for the truth in things, okay. So you've really been showing up as a team player here, keeping your commitments, okay. And 10 means that this is endings and new beginnings, okay. So this is like, you know, kind of enough's enough. You've given all you could. You have been almost drained, okay, but you are on victory here. You're on the course of victory, okay. Just remember that, because you have been doing a lot of work here. And also with all this plasma and light going on, I feel that it has initiated your water. And we must remember that water holds a lot of remembrance. It holds our intuition, our soul, our feelings. And since you guys are water signs, you feel that extra. I feel that there's an underlining of that for you in particular, because you are water signs. You feel this very strongly, that something new is being ignited. Also, you are a cardinal sign, which means that you are very good at taking new initiatives, okay. And you have really been speaking your truth, and not everyone loved to hear that, okay. So you are keeping yourself busy with this. Maybe something creative is coming out of this. Maybe you're seeing the light with all of this. There's also a lot of light in this family room. So maybe something very creative and positive is coming out of all of this, because you have reached new information in some way, and you have done a lot to really accumulate all these life experiences. So let's pull a card from this card deck to see where it's leading you on your destiny path, or maybe it already has led you. So maybe these are energies that you have already been integrating in your life, or maybe you very soon will. But this is what Saturn has been trying to teach you, okay? And teach you is also what we have in the third house. This is where we are actually here with Gemini energies. We are more like the student here, but we also like to teach other people. We love to bring other information forth as well. So the cards coming out for you here is that you are now going forward. There's a new path, and again we have the light in the background here. Beautiful. You are going forward now with this, okay. Also King of Wands, really knowing where to put your feet next. You know, what is the next step on your journey. You really know that you're coming out with strong capacity and strong wisdom here. And the next two cards, they came out together, and here we have simplicity and diligence, okay. So you are as light as a feather. Things are becoming very simple for you. You know, you have done your work. here. Enough's enough. And also diligence, you know, keep your balance now. Don't fly higher so that you are losing sight of the ground. Okay, but don't fly too near the ground so that you are being absorbed in whatever is going on in your third house right now in your community. Okay, so really things are becoming more simple now. Just go with diligence, you know, keep your balance, don't lose anything. Make sure you have everything in sight. Make sure that you are sticking to your perception of things, okay, and things will be going, will be moving forward for you. And this is also, I find, a reference back to the swords cards and also the air zodiac signs. Of course, a lot of communication is going to be more simple right now. Just still keep your balance, but things are moving forward, and communication is going to be more lightful and easier. It's going to be more simple. Okay, you are out of the worst. You have really been doing the job here. Okay, so let's pull you some advice cards or some guidance to see what Saturn wants to bring to your attention. What else does Saturn want to bring to your attention? But you're really very much coming home to yourself, okay? And that's something that you know you're working very close with the soul, because you have the moon ruling in your house and in your zodiac sign, okay? In your zodiac sign. So really check out in which house you were born, because that's really where you will pick up some more information. And for those of you who have your ascendant here, also pick up on which house you have that in, which life area, okay? Because that's where you have been taught a big lesson, I feel, okay? So let's see what cards are coming out here. Let's see what's coming out. Is there some advice from Saturn? But you have been really much in your safety zone here, okay? You've really been taught great lessons about that. Okay, we have 3 cards coming out. The first card is coming out on its own. Yes, here we have colors. So this is talking about what you need right now. And you need a cold brew, okay? You really need to chill. You really need to also have reference back to water, right? Because you have been working so hard that you are almost drained, okay? It's like you've reached the end destination of this. There is nothing more for you to do. So now just take a cool drink, you know, and make a cool brew to we know when we are drained, we need to drink a lot of water to refresh ourselves, and you in particular need water, okay, because you are a water zodiac sign. So remember to drink a lot of water, okay? Really fill up your resources. There are a lot of good minerals in water as well. Now the next 2 cards are coming out together, and the first card is talking about sorry, money green. Yes, finally again, I feel that there is something coming in here that is going to make life much more simple for you. So this could talk about maybe your financial situation getting much more simple and lightful, where you will feel that you're flying. Again, I feel that maybe you are going to have a teacher's job on this, whatever it is that you have been experiencing, because you have something to share, and maybe you want to make your own business out of that, or a teaching job, something like that, okay? And the card that came out with that is Saturday morning cartoon. So this is a nostalgia card. So the other cards are color cards, so they're talking about what you really want right now, okay? And what you really want is to refresh through drinking a lot of water, actually, quite literally. And also you need money to be able to fly on. So it's telling me that for some of you, you feel that you are caught up in some situation financially, okay? And the last card here, nostalgia, is talking about the past. Perfect for your sign as well, that is working with the past and remembrance. And here it's you know, you just really want enough money so that you can just sit there and enjoy yourself on a Saturday morning watching television, maybe what maybe something that you did when you were a child, you know, just something that is bringing some kind of relaxation into your life. I feel very much that this is pointing to that. So this is more like a laid back, easygoing and carefree way of being, and it's like you have experienced that before, okay? And being more relaxed and laid back is also something that goes for your zodiac sign, because with the water energy here, we are very private, we are non-aggressive, okay? We don't like conflicts in any way. If we see that, we run back under our shells to hide, because we're so sensitive, okay? So I feel that you like to come back to an emotional state where you are just more carefree and everything was just more easygoing. And that one with combined with the money green is about where you are becoming more indulgent and, you know, extravagant and lavish, you know, with the energies of your life. And it could include money or your financial situation, where you just wish for some peace of not only mind, but peace of with your you know, going inward with your emotions, just going to a peaceful place, okay, where you can just be more lavish and extravagant, and sitting there watching cartoons on a Saturday morning, maybe having your breakfast a little late, something like that, okay? And I feel that that is also something that you are moving into right now, as Saturn is building up in Aquarius as well, and maybe it's something that you have already experienced while Saturn has been in Aquarius, so however it resonates. So let's pull a last guidance card for you to see if there is just there's just some last minute information here while Saturn is building up its energy in Aquarius. So it seems to me that you are being taught a lesson or two, and now you can pass that on to others, that information, that knowledge. You have become very wise here, because you have not been afraid to show up physically in many different life areas. Okay, so let's see what the final advice or guidance is for you. Okay, we have two cards coming out here. The first card is this, talking about your bliss in life, okay? So this is also talking about expectations, okay? And being positive and not to overlook something, and to really meet whatever is coming to you with an open mind, okay? So you can really expect things to come in now that you have some kind of bliss. You're coming into your bliss, and maybe that is what you're going to live from right now. Okay, so again, also with nutrition here, how are you feeding yourself, also with people around you, and for your creative hobbies, you know, what are you feeding yourself with to keep your life force energy going, and how is your life force energy responding to people surrounding you or the diet that you eat? Maybe you want to focus on that as well, but there's something that you've done right here, okay? But you need to focus on, I feel very much, on drinking a lot of water, and really maybe also tuning into your diet to eat more minerals and vitamins, you know, to build up again your energy, because this has been very hard for you, okay? Now the next card coming out with the other card is this card, talking about duty in life. And here we can see also someone in a shop, you know, asking the client or the customer, yes, how can I help you? So this is talking about your duty in life, where you are now raising your standard. As I mentioned before with King of Wands, you have become very wise, and you're taking responsibility for that right now, okay? So this is talking about more cooperation with your life force energy and whatever it is that you have learned, where you are just giving out and you are asking. Sometimes you're just giving out because you can, you know, sometimes we're moving with our instinct. Also something that are in these cards, where these are very masculine energies and you are more holding the feminine energy, but where Saturn has taught you how to move out there with your words and being more assertive maybe. So this is talking about, you know, giving out whenever you can, just moving with your instinct whenever someone or something is showing up on your way, where you feel that this is calling for your abilities in particular. You just give out, and sometimes you need to ask. Sometimes you need to ask and say, hi, how can I help you? I can see that you're in some kind of turmoil. How can I help you? Okay, so this is really about getting your energy out there, getting your life experiences out there. You can really expect something to come in, and it's very positive. It's something that you should meet with an open mindset, with open eyes. Of course, not be too overwhelmed so that you are overlooking the details. Back to the Mercury man over here, look at the details and things, but you can expect things now to move forward, that after you've been in this turmoil and hard work, finally something has come out of it, okay? So this was what I had for you, so I hope that you have been inspired to dive deeper, and I'm wishing you all the best out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take great care of yourselves, and bye for now.